Hello my friends and welcome. Katie here with Eastwick's Paper and Ink. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. Today we are back for another video in our Same Set Syndrome video hop. This is a 6-month hop and we are in our 2nd month. This hop showcases a particular small business each month and shows you many different ways to use a particular stamp set that the creator has chosen. This month we are showcasing the Not Too Shabby shop, and Jamie has generously provided a $25 gift card to the winner of this month's hop. Winners will be announced August 9th, so you have until August 6th to leave a comment, and then a winner will be announced on Allison's channel AliKCreations on August 9th, so keep that date in the back of your mind. Quickly, I'm using the Summertime Buddies from Not Too Shabby, and I've got the new Create Inkspire stencil from Courtney Krieber. I've got the Honeybee Stamps Ocean Border stamp set. I've got some Bristol Smooth cardstock, some Versamark ink. I'm not going to be using the Lawn Fawn, and I've got some white embossing powder. I am treating my Bristol Smooth paper with some anti-static powder, and I'm going to ink up my border stamp with some Versamark ink, and then I will be embossing that with that white embossing powder. Now we have another giveaway that is happening for this entire 6-month hop. So when you leave your comment each month for the $25 gift card giveaway for this particular month, you're also being entered into the grand prize giveaway of $50. It's a gift card to one of the companies that we have showcased that you get to choose. So last month, for the month of June, was Joy Claire. This month is the Not Too Shabby shop. Next month is going to be someone else, and so on. This goes through until November 30th. So you will have the option, the winner will have the option to choose who they want their gift card from. Now, again, link is in the description box below. Click that to follow along with the next person on the hop, and make sure you're commenting so that you're entered into each of the giveaways. We'd also love it if you subscribed, and that way you'll know each time that we upload a monthly video, and you can keep track and make sure that you've commented on each of the videos to be eligible for that $50 gift card. So here I just went through and I inked everything up. Now I'm going to do some ink blending, and I've got some Mermaid Lagoon, and I've got a new excuse me, a new silicone craft mat from Imagine. I picked this up at Michael's, and I've been wanting something to be able to do ink blending where I don't have to hold the paper, and this is the first chance I get to use it. And you'll see here in a second when I turn the cardstock to do the other side that I realize, oh, I need to test this out and see if I can actually do the ink blend without holding the paper. So here in a second you'll see that I'm able to do it very well. And this was a little bit cheaper than the Waffle Flower mat, either one of them, the small or the mini. So I'm very, very pleased with it. And you'll see that I'm able to put water on it, and it keeps it in one spot later on in the video as well. So once I get the ink blending done, I'm going to move on to coloring the little kitties. Now I only color one of them because they're both the same, but I do use my Albrecht Durer Watercolor pencils. And again, this is Bristol Smooth cardstock, so you can easily add a little bit of water. And I'll have everything linked up in the description box below, but these are made by Faber-Castell. They're just like the Polychromos as far as their colors go, so they match one for one, but they're watercolor pencils, and they blend beautifully when you add water to them. You don't have to scrub real hard to get the color to move, and I just added a little outline around the outside of color, and then I take my wet paintbrush and drag that color out to the inside, or take it out to the outside like I did in the inner tube. And once those are colored, the second one I don't do on screen, like I said, because they're the same, but once they're done, I do and they're dried, I cut them out with my brother's Scan and Cut. And you can see that I've cut my Ocean Borders stamp already. I have the die that goes with that, so I cut that out already. And now I'm using the Create and Inkspire stencil for this month's for the July card kit, and I think she's selling them individually as well, but we'll link that up in the description box below so you can go check that out as well. And I'm using some distress inks in mustard seed and picked raspberry, and so I don't show the whole panel being blended because it is the same technique, but I take half of the mustard seed and then I go and I put the picked raspberry on, but I do clean the yellow off before I put the picked raspberry on. But once I put the picked raspberry on, I leave that on the stencil, and then I use the yellow that's left on my brush to create the orange. And then I clean my brush off, my yellow brush off real good, and go back and follow the same technique. All I do is just move the stencil a little bit so that the clouds are at different angles and different shapes and things like that. And then I just go all the way down the panel. Now, once I get that done, I will trim that down with my A2 waffle flower die set. Now, I have the panel currently at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I take the second largest die from the A2 waffle flower die set to trim that down so I have a nice white border around my card base, and you can see that here. And now I'm going to stamp the inside. Now, the card base is Neenah 110-pound cardstock, and I just stamped the inside with the Versamark ink, and that sentiment came from this stamp set, the Summertime Buddy stamp set, and it says floating by to say hi. And here I'm just showcasing, trying to figure out where I want all my pieces to go. I've got the 2 kitties that are cut out. I did color the sandcastle, which is also in the stamp set, and I'm just trying to figure out where I want everything to go. So don't forget, click the link in the description box below to follow along to the next person on the hop, and don't forget to leave your comments. So here I'm adding my popped up ocean border, and I'm just trimming the edges off. I do add my release paper just to keep the stick down on my scissors, and then I will tuck in that second ocean border up behind the first one, and I'll be back on screen in just a second. So here I tuck it in just to see, because I don't want the waves to be lined up neck and neck. I want there to be some variation in the height, so I went ahead and attached that. Now I'm using some liquid glue to tuck in my little kitties in between the waves, and I will pop the back of their heads up with some fun foam, well, double-sided foam tape, not fun foam, and just to keep them flush, because there was too much room that they get squished down if I didn't put that double-sided foam tape in. But the sandcastle, I adhere with some liquid glue flat to the panel, so it looks like it's behind everything. And then that hello there is in white, and I just use that as a placeholder. I had that from a previous project. It was too light to use on this, but it was a perfect placeholder so that I could put summertime. That's also a sentiment from the stamp set. And I'm just using my VersaFine Onyx Black ink to stamp that. And the hello, I do keep the hello, but I use a picked raspberry and seedless preserve panel that I had blended and was in my stash, that I cut that out of because I thought that just looked a little bit better. It matched the pink and the purple that was in the inner tube on the little kitty on the left, and just stood out a lot better on those particular clouds. I'm using my bone folder just to clean up some of the loose glue that seeped out, and I did spritz the panel with some Perfect Pearls, and I do add some Jelly Roll glitter pen to that hello, and you'll see that there at the end. So now I'm just adding some double-sided foam tape to pop this up on my card base, and that's going to finish up the card for me today, guys. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next video.